Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Techsavvy. I hope you're all well and waking up to Christmas. Um, just want to tell you that today we're covering the subject of online grocery shopping. Certainly, with the effect of COVID, this has been something that is very much close to everyone's heart and quite a revelation for me, as click and connect is such a wonderful thing. I don't even have to go in the shop. Yippee. But certainly, doing your first shop can be quite daunting. And what I want to do is just explain the process and enable you to gain access to um, building up a shopping list, and then mention some of the pitfalls or things that might be helpful for you to know regarding online shopping. When you go to the supermarket's website, you'll be asked to register. This registration process is a standard one. It shouldn't take you too long. It will require you to use perhaps tools that you aren't so familiar with, like find an address. This always tends to throw people out, the find your address option. Literally, when you click on that, you put in, well, first of all, you put in your postcode, you click on find an address, and it pops up and it presents a list of different options for your address number. It goes through the entire street. And you have to click on that button and also click again to ensure it populates the database. And many of these sites include some quite sophisticated work going on in the background. We're probably all aware of being given items that we've looked at or even ordered before coming through. So what this will do is get you logged in, and then you have the freedom to choose whichever area you want to go to. So due to GDPR, I can't show you that process. But I can assure you that once you've clicked all the boxes and done things rightly, you will then get an email to verify the account. This is a common process as well. Verification is really important so that you can enable yourself to be verified as a bona fide person, not robot, and be able to click on your emails and pick that up. So let's assume that we've done all of those things. Now, I shop at Sainsbury's, so that's the site I'm going to. But you can literally go to any of the major stores, Waitrose, Ocado, Asda, and they all have similar websites for working online. So what I'm going to do now is share my screen, and we will have a look at how that process works and what you need to do. So when you type in sainsburys.co.uk, this is the site you come to. And you can see I've already chosen the option of groceries. And you can see you've got different options there that you can go to. Now, I'm actually logged in. So I'm going to log in, and hopefully it will give me my logging into which part of the website I want to go to. So this is my grocery section. So I can look at orders that I've done. I can also manage the billing and the nectar cards and the deliveries. And then there are sort of recipes and ideas. But we're not going to go into those areas today. I just want to approach it from the fact that you want to buy a few things in, and we can then look at the orders. So let's start with an order. Let's have a look. Start shopping, and you'll probably notice that in the top right corner is the shopping basket, and that shows me what I've bought so far. So let's have a look at that. I've bought some carrots and some bread. And first thing you need to know there is that the checkout gives you a display, a running total of how much you're spending. On previous versions of this, it was extremely easy to buy 100 bog rolls by not by choosing the the plus or the minus button. Now, this is the way the item actually works. So I'm going to demonstrate that. You don't click on the 1, you click on the plus, and so now I've got 2 wholemeal slices. And it brings the total up. It runs a running total. Actually, I don't want that, so I can then take that away. But I might want more than one set of 40p kilogram carrots, so I'll add another portion of that. So that goes in there. Now that's the checkout, but what I'm particularly interested in is buying some new groceries. So let's move on. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to try again and go to particularly start. Well, here on this area, you can actually book a delivery, or you can start shopping. So I'm going to start shopping, and let's see, I've got fruit and vegetables, but I don't particularly want to go there. I'm using little drop-down arrows to get me to the right area. So I can go to fruit and vegetables, but I might particularly want to choose a different area to go to. So let's see if we can get there. Shop by category, that's more like it. So let's go food and cupboard, for instance. Finding your way around the site through the multiplicity of options. Look at the amount of products that are there, 324 products. That's an amazing amount of products that we've got there. Then you will probably have to be very selective about the products you want. So how do I search for that product? Well, it says favorites first, but I might want to find the cheapest. So let's click on price to low. And also, being in the food cupboard, I might want to buy some crisps today. So I'm going to go to Walker's, and that's the option to choose things that might be Walker's. And we'll see if we can get a better option. So let's see what we can get. Sort by highest and lowest. At the moment, it's showing me baked beans. Well, what I particularly want is Walker's. So maybe Walker's doesn't work in this category. As you can see, there's loads and loads of different items that I can take on board. Maybe a simpler option is just to type in Walker's and crisps, because that's what I'm interested in today. Fetching results for Walker's crisps. Let's have a look and see what we got. That's better. So now I can have variety crisp bags. I can have ready salted crisps, lots of things. Well, I'm just a basic person, classic one with salt, vinegar, cheese, and all the rest of it will do. So now I just click the add button. It then gets added to my trolley. And if you notice, there are now 3 items, and it's telling me how much I've paid there. So that's actually just added 1 item there. Oh, it's offering me some Capri Sun blackcurrant. And this is also what happens. That's a sponsored area, and they're tempting you to actually look for something else. Something we might go for is let's look at what corn products they might have. So let's see what we get under corn. That's a different kind of search again. We'll see what comes up here. Okay, for lunch, for dinner. Okay, so there's lots of options there. Vegetarian sausages. Well, I might like that, so I'll add that to my basket. And you can see there's a variety of options there. There's another featured one that comes up. So very lastly at the end there, I might say, okay, that's all I want at the moment. Now, the time that you spend is actually creating your list of shopping items, which is then saved and stored, and you're then able to go to the checkout. Let's have a look at checkout. It's a process, and so you follow the steps. It tells me exactly how much I spent. up the top here, 565, and then it leads me on to the actual checkout procedures. But actually, I want to change my order. I don't particularly want to have a corn option. So let's take that out. So I can just delete it. That goes away, and my subtotal is checked there. So the checkout process will now lead me back to the point where I can now book a delivery. Not that I am going to do, but I have choices here between a home delivery, which will cost me £1, up to ordering for the next day, or click and collect, which is free. I just love click and collect. So basically that's another option, that you go to the store and you collect your goods, or you have them home delivered, which for some people in self-isolation would obviously be a very important thing to do. So, and there's also help sheets that help you how to do that. Choose a location. So imagine I'm going click and collect. It will tell me which store I can go to, which is the closest by that I can choose. That's very helpful. Let's go back, and this time I'll choose a time slot. So let's have a look. So I can choose a slot tomorrow if I like, and that's going to cost me £4 extra on my slot. Okay, click that. It's checking. Get free delivery on orders over £100. So I'll put that into that place there. So I've now got it delivered next week. That sounds very, very long time away. And please just trust I'm not going to click the next stage, which would be payment and booking the actual delivery. So that would take me to the next stage of the process. So that really is just a short, brief overview. As we always do at Techsavvy, we just want to be able to just give you an insight into how this is done, why it's done. And many of you may already know how to do shopping like this. So here's the hints and tips section. When you go and pick up your goods, they might offer you an alternative to what you originally ordered. It's worth asking the question, are there any alternatives in my package? And then you can make a call or decide whether you're going to accept it or refuse it. You're perfect at liberty to refuse it. That way you don't have to accept that goods. If you get deliveries, you might find it's very good on the essentials that you've chosen, but it might not be the fruit or veg that you would have chosen if you'd gone in the shop. The state of the freshness, the kind of quality, those are kind of things that you might have to compromise on if you order that. But as a complete shop, you want to be able to buy the things that you need to buy, and from maybe more than one source even, because as my wife tells me, you can't get everything you want in just one supermarket shop. So you might go to another store, another place to do that. But it is extremely efficient and very time saving, and also quite effective in getting the necessary food, particularly if you're in isolation or you're elderly or you are stuck at home. It's absolutely brilliant. Everything can be done on the internet. Are my card details safe? Yes, they are. Many of these places are very well protected for that. So I'm going to end my Techsavvy session because my time's up. Do tune in next week where we'll have another Techsavvy, and keep safe. And I will now go and cancel my order because I don't really want to have a delivery today. Bye for now. Oh, do remember to check out the link that I'll post on other Techsavvies, and also there'll be a watch party following this one. Bye for now.